My child waits to do your will. Leave us. Release the Kraken!
It caught on in a flash.
They played the mash.
They played the monster mash.
I'm Luke Summerhays.
I'm James J. Miles.
I'm probably Andrew Rice.
I'm James the Jester Stewart.
And you're listening to Monster Mash.
And on this week's episode, we're hunting Nakarkos.
Ooh.
Frighteningly little is known about this elder dragon, whose appetite can devastate surrounding ecosystems. After covering its prey in a repulsive mucus, it has been seen dragging them back to feast in its macabre nest of bones and undulating darkness known as Wyvern's End.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, he's a spooky
And
boy.
awesome at the same time.
And also at the same time, but still fucking terrifying. Jesus, man.
It's a bit fucking, like, Lovecraft.
Well, we'll get to that.
We're
But
jumping the
yes,
gun a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, does anyone else have this experience where the first time you met Nakarkos, you thought he was shit?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's a two-headed skeleton. That's really
It's
not
like a
very
bone
Monster Hunter. It's not very
Yeah.
Monster
Plus he
Hunter
was
at all.
an absolute piece of piss as well. Like, he just
Yeah.
it wasn't even worth doing. Just long and annoying.
It was like, oh, he's got two heads and he's made of bones. That's like, what you love about Monster Hunter is how real the monsters feel.
Mhm.
And this guy was just like, he's a like C-tier Dark Souls boss.
That's very accurate, yeah. Absolutely.
It's like the smoking demon, or whatever it's called.
I was gonna say, what is a C tier? Like,
The tree. Fucking tree.
Fucking
oh
hell.
no, I don't mind the curse word equate. He's all
Hi
right.
there, and welcome to Guess This Flash.
Any boss from Dark Souls 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, there were a couple of good ones.
Nah, yeah, that is.
So, just
Right, we really are going off
Yeah.
topic here.
So this isn't relevant.
going on what you were saying there about how the monsters usually feel real, which I get to an extent. I suppose this ties into the fact that this is our first Elder Dragon we're chatting about.
Yeah, so obviously I've made the point a couple of times about the difference between a wyvern and a dragon. And Monster Hunter treats dragons as like they are serious business. They are like they could end the world. They feel more mythical and magical. Whereas something like a Rathalos, yeah, it breathes fire, but it feels like it's part of the world. And like an Elder Dragon, when it turns up in the area is just fucked. It's like these things they're separate from like the natural balance in the ecosystem.
Well, the game talks about them as being like basically forces of nature, right?
Yeah.
And they genuinely do fuck everything up. I mean, that's why they're often the big bad at the end of the games. I mean, Nakarkos is technically the big bad of Generations. I know we spoke last time about the glaive being like the final boss, but
Like,
again,
this is the final
glaive-
boss of multiplayer.
Yeah, and the glaive, again felt like he was part of the world.
Yeah. I mean, he was
Still-
a badass,
still
but he
felt-
was still just a dinosaur who tromped around. He ate things. Whereas
Yeah.
Nakarkos is fucking slaughtering everything. Bones
Well, it
everywhere.
eats everything, doesn't it? It eats everything. That's the whole thing. Is it genuinely feasts
Yes.
on.
Destroying the whole like ecosystem, basically.
Mhm.
Because he's not only destroying towns and villages, he's destroying like all the monsters as
All the
well.
monsters as well. Yep. Which ties into the fact of him being a fucking terrifying force of nature.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't come across that way at first.
The way that he's just a body and the two heads, he almost looks like they couldn't even be asked to like design a monster properly. And
I wonder if it's like a case of like the Nakarkos itself, like trying to.
I think that's
revealing
exactly what it
itself
is.
like right away, and it's just trying to scare you off.
Yeah.
So
Could
why
be.
would it show us like its true form? Like if
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's just trying to scare you.
Like,
away.
that's the thing. I thought it was shit the first time, but once I realised the truth, the whole previous encounter, I suddenly realised how good that was. Like, they knew exactly what they were doing.
I kind of took the fact that it was hiding as to be part of the design of the arena, because the arena, Wyvern's End, I think it's called, is just literally a bone-covered cavern, isn't it? So
Yes,
I
boneyard.
took this kind of bony skeleton monster as using the bones as, well, not camouflage, I suppose, but as part of its environment. Like, like water for like a lag or a Plesioth, you know.
So should we move on to the true form of the Nakarkos?
The real Nakarkos.
So
Yes,
rather than being
yes.
a two-headed dragon made of bones, he's a bit more like our old friend, the Hermitaur and Xenator.
Well, the fact that he's not a crab.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
but I
it's
mean, in fact, oh, I didn't notice that.
I get what you mean, though.
Yeah,
I
he's,
get what you mean, though. He's a
wearing the skulls.
he's a shelled sea creature, basically, but far more destructive than a Hermitaur or Xenator.
Yeah, he's. Well, I mean, it's a pretty obvious reference, but he comes across like the Kraken.
Yeah.
Which, if you're into your Greek mythology, is basically like, you know, the worst thing.
No, yeah, surely there's like worse things like the gods themselves, and like.
No, but the gods release the Kraken. That's their like, oh, mankind's been misbehaving, sending the Kraken in.
Ah, fair enough. Good to know.
To draw a comparison from Pirates of the Caribbean 2, the mouth of the Nakarkos reminds me a lot of the mouth of the Kraken in that film.
Yeah, I mean, the Kraken in Pirates of the Caribbean was really just a big squid. And obviously, parts of Nakarkos' design reflect that a lot. But then, like you said, he comes across as a bit more of a shelled, sort of mollusky type thing, because of all his bones.
I think, is it like a cuttlefish? Is that like the type of
I think that's the one, yeah.
fish he's like, isn't it?
Which is a little interesting. The cuttlefish is one of the smartest creatures on Earth after us. And this isn't something I've come up with, I've read this online. But the Nakarkos sort of reflects the hunters.
In what sense?
In that it kills all the other monsters and wears their parts to give itself
Uses
powers.
them. Oh, right, okay.
And
Nice.
it sort of exists separate from nature and is sort of a force unto itself. So it almost reflects the player in a way. And the cuttlefish, if we all died out, would probably take over the world.
Wow. This explains Splatoon then, doesn't it?
Yeah, there you go.
I suppose that's as good as time as any to talk about the actual fight itself, because you brought up the fact that it uses different monster parts, which is during when after you get past the boring, here's the two Hydra heads trying to bash you in, it starts to change them. I think we saw a Brachy version of the arm.
We definitely saw that because he was knocking the explosive goo everywhere.
One that we're not sure if is a Uragan or a Duramboros. I'm more leaning to the Duramboros at the tail.
I think it
Basically,
definitely looked like
club.
it once the shell case was off. Like it had a very sort of.
It's just like when you
similar
said like
texture
it's like a hammer, like aspect to its attack. Like I instantly think Uragan because he does the chin slam. So like it's exactly like a hammer attack.
But
It
the
was more
actual
like a
shape
club,
was
now that I
more
think about
round.
it. Yeah, it was more like a club, so I would say it's more like
Yeah,
Duramboros.
if it's more like a club, then it would be Duram. Then yeah.
It definitely has a glab version. I definitely remember seeing that.
Yep.
But we never saw it in the hunt, unfortunately. But it's got a lightning version, which I never got a chance to get a look at in the hunt as well. I can't for the life of me think what it would be.
Oh, apparently it has a Legiacris, so that could be it.
Oh, that'll be it then. Yeah, makes sense. And it can also, when it's in skull mode, it can shoot like laser beams and goblins.
Yeah, that's like a sport thing.
Yeah, when you
Really like
see
its laser attacks, it's like one of the best like visual thing that it does. I would say.
I really enjoy when you finally beat it. It has like the final like death throw of the laser. Like I think that's almost an attempt, I suppose, to if you're going down, I'm taking you with you.
Yeah, he sort of
deal.
starts destroying the arena and all the bones start collapsing. Like,
Yeah.
part of his arena, there's one massive skeleton, which looks like it could be like a CDS or something. And that starts to collapse. A very, very cool visual.
Especially how it takes the laser out and like the light starts to shine in after that.
Yeah.
I mean, from a color choice as well during the fight, because it starts off as just like dark arena, all the white of the bones, but then during the squid fight it goes all like dark blue, and then the Nakarkos itself starts to glow red, which I suppose shows it's at its most powerful or its most desperate stage of the fight. And that's when it starts to shoot the laser beams and things at you. The mucus itself is pretty nasty because it means you lose a lot of your evasion choices if you don't have cleansers.
Yep, it doesn't seem to do much at first, just makes you blue. And then as soon as you try rolling, you roll through the bones and they all stick to you. Which is a nice little gameplay touch, but also a massive pain in the arse.
Yeah, it's basically the snowball effect, but it's self-inflicted in a way. Because if you can run about still with the blue goop on you.
Can he
Yeah.
knock
But-
you
and
over
then-
as well, and that also gets you in it? Am I right about that?
I
or-
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives you a little chance to save yourself, but it's almost like as soon as you're blue, you're like, well, I'm getting boned.
It's kind of hard to get out of that mindset though, because like if you're kind of used to doing certain combos, then chaining rolls into that combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is just muscle memory
And
to
if you,
roll after an
yeah,
attack.
if you don't notice that you're covered in the mucus, then you're just going to be boned up.
Yeah, force of habit will inevitably get you there. So we talked about the it being a bit Lovecraftian early on, which I suppose makes sense. A lot of the Cthulhu, the most infamous of Lovecraft's beasts, is basically this squid-like
Yeah, his
elder
head is
god
basically
sea
a squid,
creature.
and a
Yeah.
lot of Lovecraft stories involve sort of monsters at the bottom of the sea, unknown by man.
Which I suppose ties into Nakarkos, it says frighteningly little is known about it,
Yeah, it's
and also the squid design as well.
You're effectively as well. You're fighting them in a bottomless pit.
Yep. And his music is again much more Dark Souls than it is Monster Hunter. Sort of these chants and sort of dramatic choirs and churches, very over the top.
Yep.
Like
Second
video
form
game
only
boss
goes from
sort of
a
monster.
It goes from a C tier Dark Souls boss to an A tier one.
Yeah.
In second form. What's his what does he do during the course of the game? Am I right in saying like he's grabbing the airships? Because I mentioned a lot of airships.
Yeah, it
disappear
says that
during this
other
series.
like hunter teams have been going missing, and then you go
Yeah.
to repel him. Obviously, Monster Hunter Generations doesn't have as much story as like, especially for Ultimate, but even ones before that, because it is designed as sort of a best of stuff. But Nakarkos himself is, I think he's the last new monster that we're covering at the moment from Generations. So we've done Macau, we've done Mephisto, we've done the Fated Four, and now this guy.
Yeah, I don't think there's any else. We'll probably talk about a couple of deviants, but that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, when, God willing, Double Cross comes out over here, there's a couple of extra new ones, but
Don't you dare. Don't resist.
I thought you the hashtag.
Oh, bloody
Yeah.
hell! Oh, now
you
you're the
take
bad
the
guy.
I wasn't gonna until you said it. Hashtag cross for the West.
There we go. There we go.
It's not even the right hashtag.
What about its name, Lucky Boy?
So the Japanese name, Usutogaro, which actually in the music that's what they're chanting.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
It's composed of Osteo, which is Greek for bone, Tangaro, which is the Maori sea god, and it's bony sea god.
Tangaroa.
Yeah.
He's also a professional. There's a professional wrestler called Tangaroa. That's why I know that.
Okay.
What about the English name?
So the English name is combined from Nautilus, which is sea, Carcass, dead bodies, and
Yeah.
Necros, Greek for death.
Yeah, fair
very,
enough. Yeah, good name. Good
very
name.
cool name and very fitting. It's all
Very
like,
good monster.
even if you don't know specifically what three words it comes from, it sounds like it means death. Nakarkos.
I think you can initially get the carcass like part of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you see the whole visual with the bones, like you get why it's called.
Also, in kind of Elder Dragon tradition, you can do like kind of climb onto it as well. Kind of thinking like that to the Darmaran from 4U. You can jump onto it once you get the topple and go mine it or drop a bomb on it or things like that, which is a neat touch.
I think that's how we killed it then, wasn't it? We both just dropped bombs.
I dropped bomb earlier on in the fight. You did.
I
I
was
think you got the
having a nice
blast.
time
You got the
just
full.
slashing away at him. So I think
Yeah.
it was all me.
That's how you get some of the good loot though. If you remember to bring pickaxes, unlike some of us.
Yes, indeed.
Useless
so-
items. You don't need them.
To just to briefly talk about, the Nakarkos has very cool armor because it is what I wear in the game. The astral
It's
set.
not got two sets.
Yeah, he's got a bone
It
set
does,
and
yeah.
the astral set. And the astral
suppose-
set is just a really cool dress.
I think basically
bit
the
of,
actual set is its true form, like set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Based
yeah.
off its actual full design rather than just the bone.
That's what my
Yeah,
cat's wearing.
It's got the sort of the two bits coming down the back, which remind me a lot of the Inklings from Splatoon. So obviously that's tied into the sort of squid angle.
I know you're always starving for more Monster Mash content. Some might even say you're hungry like the wolf. But next week we're hunting the Zinogre, so look forward to that.
Woof. If you've enjoyed this nonsense, we are on Twitter at Monster Mash Pod. You can also find us on Facebook, on YouTube, on iTunes, whatever you use to listen to podcasts. Find us, give us a 5-star rating and a review, like and subscribe, tell all your mates. Just walk out into the rain and kneel down and scream at the heavens, Monster Mash!
If you do that, honestly, we will genuinely love you forever. Please do. And also, please tweet at Andyman949 gifs of Johnny Depp being eaten by the Kraken in Pirates of the Caribbean 2.
That's not a euphemism, by the way.
Honestly, thought you were going to forget about that part there.
Listen,
Ready to say.
we've got to get them clicks.
Yeah.
Get that brand awareness going. Other than that, I want to thank you for listening.
See ya! Oh, we're off the quest. Time.
Hellfire Star.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Wonderful Nakarkos.
Ooh, nice.
Nothing wonderful about this squid.
Spoilers, mate. I still thought it was fucking Hydra.
Oh shit, it's not the Eldritch, you need its cleansers.
Oh shit.
It's just knocked out from the box.
Yep, I don't have any at all. Oh well, you could just spin on the spot, I suppose.
Oh,
Talk about like...
I should have fucking rolled, man. Every time. Just too used to doing a combo and then rolling at a certain point.
Yep. I do like when he gets you with like the goo. You look like a phantom from Dark Souls.
How the fuck have I lost so much health there? Was just being near his mouth.
Yeah, he's very violent when he actually gets going.
Oh shit! I totally forgot his
fuck's his
tentacles
insight?
changed. Yeah, he changes to like his tentacles to like brachy or like
He's got
He's
different, he gets
electric
loads of
one,
different heads.
doesn't he?
because he's like the whole thing about Nakarkos is that he eats shit.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the cast,
Eat
but
shit.
he's really
Wait.
really cool monster.
Yeah, my set is an Nakarkos set, so I fought him a lot.
I'll have to keep an eye on his tentacles and we can talk about it, but that's really cool.
That's what she said.
Fucking hell.
Don't really know how that works, but fuck it.
I'm
Oh yeah,
it's that bad.
he's got a big hammer one. What do you think that one is? A big hammer one.
Uragan.
Uragan, you reckon?
I was gonna go with Durham. It could be
Yeah, I think it's
Durham's
Duran.
tail.
It looks more like. Oh, there's the glass.
But the ladies
arm,
love
isn't
that. Hey.
Hey, what? Penis!
Hey, where does that go?
it? What?
I was attacking one of his heads. It disappeared.
It's destroyed.
Stuck.
No, it's not. It just disappeared. It just walked away. I don't know why.
You scared it off.
Oh, beams of light.
Oh, beams of light. Beams of light.
That sounded like a fucking Stuart Lee bit. Oh, there's nothing. There's nothing. Nothing at all.
now we destroyed that. That exploded.
Yeah, I concur.
Can we run up him yet?
Do what you want, mate. Do what the fuck you want. Free
Just
country,
gotta
mate. It's
believe.
free fucking country.
Won't be after June the 6th.
I mean, it will be for 2 days.
You can run up behind.
Lame
Yeah,
duck
that's
days.
bodes well in it. I like the Ganon particles that are in the air when he's doing this.
The Ganon
Calamity.
particles.
Like Calamity Ganon, isn't it?
Is that just a thing we're meant to know now? That
Yeah, the Ganon particles.
Yes, because it's the best game ever.
Here we go. Final phase. This isn't even my final form.
Is there?
It is too.
Hello, big squiddy boy.
That sonic bomb did fuck all. What's it even there for?
This design's so fucking cool, man. Love it.
There you
Bomb
go.
usage.
Oh, love this.
I'm dead!
That is so cool.
The cannon particles.
I'm a firing my laser.
Fuck, yeah, that's what they're called in terms of dev conversation. The cannon particles.